Hey guys, quick before this video starts, at the end of this video is going to be a game I had yesterday on Nubani against Fuey and Tugget, the two most known griefers, one-tricks on East Coast. Tugget, one-tricking Hog out of voice chat, and Fuey, one-tricking Torb, obviously. I called a comp to run that hard counted their comp, and we absolutely rolled them. So this video will prove that counter picking is a very important part of Overwatch Ranked. I just wanted an actual example on there. Their team lost that game because two players on their team refused by choice to make the effort to make a switch to counter our comp. And a griefer, by definition, is somebody who intentionally, by choice, makes a given decision or chooses a certain action that puts their team at a disadvantage. Their team was at a disadvantage because they never swapped to the comp they needed to counter my heroes. And Fuey and Tugget never ever switch 100% of the time. So the fact that they're never willing to make that effort by choice means that they, by choice, are putting their team at a disadvantage. Wanted to clarify that. Let's get into the video. It's a long one. Here we go. And one of the main reasons many players who blame their teammates always lose with one tricks. People simply don't realize the chain reaction they cause. Calling someone an asshole for playing the game their own way and crying how you cannot be toxic to them is a terrible mentality. One tricking is not a problem. Okay. Wow. Okay. And if it was, I would only drop in rank by making the game even more rock paper scissors. That this doesn't happen. Okay. So the first thing that you're wrong about is skill is not important to my argument. I think what he's going to say here is he's going to talk about skill, right? He's going to talk about how if one-tricking was bad, then I would drop in rank. But skill isn't the problem, okay? There's no denying that he's good at Torbjorn. He's a Grandmaster player. He's been a Grandmaster player for a long time. That's not the issue. The issue is that in a game where counterpicking is so prevalent and so important, right? If you go into that game and you're never, ever willing to switch or make the effort, keyword effort, I want to emphasize effort, because a griefer or a thrower is someone who deliberately chooses not to put in the effort to help your team win. Therefore, your team is at a disadvantage to the other team because you have someone on your team deliberately choosing not to put in the effort to help your team win the game. Okay? If you only play a single character, no matter what the circumstance is, no matter what's going on, if you only are going to play one, you are choosing to never make a swap in a game where every hero is good in certain situations. That's like saying, I'm going to play basketball and only dribble with my right hand. Okay, so your skill doesn't matter. It's not your skill level, because one tricks can be in any skill tier. Skill doesn't justify lack of effort, and only playing one character in a game where counterpicking is so important every single day for 13 seasons, you are deliberately choosing not to put that effort in. Therefore, you're griefing because your team is at a disadvantage because your personal choices your personal choices mean that your team can't run other compositions and try other things in a game where like comps are very important, and I'll get more into that in a second. I don't want to go on too far right now. So let's do a thought experiment real quick. By the default, system should fix one tricking itself. If you don't swap, you get counted every game, and you should de-rank to a rank you belong, right? Again, skill. It's not about skill. Like, you can't justify one tricking by a player's skill and their rank. The rank and the skill isn't the argument or the problem. The problem is the lack of effort that you bring to the table by choosing never to switch. People think these players are worse than them and don't deserve their rank because in their minds there is no way this person's tour can be as good as their flex because of this. It will cause a team to lose. However, this might not be the case since I've been at 4.2k to top 100 every season, which is typically thought to be the highest level of play. Okay, so to that, this is what I say, okay? If somebody thinks that a player is worse than you because of your ability on tour, like, that's not what makes a good player. In my opinion, what makes a good player is someone who is willing to work with the team in a team-based game. Overwatch is the most team-based game out there, okay? Or one of them, at least. All right? You work as a teammate. Your skill is not important, okay? Because everyone can develop skill. It's the effort that makes you a good teammate. You can't expect someone to play well every single game. That's not what makes them good. Obviously, consistency makes someone good. But in ranked, it's the effort that matters. I care about the effort, okay? So I would say that a player is better than you if they're in plat because of their mentality alone. Well, actually, you know what? I shouldn't say that. I'd say there's two sides of the coin. There's skill and there's effort, okay? and mentality. Mentality is more important than skill, because you could win with you could beat a group of good players who aren't willing to switch, and they're running like 3 triple DPS, if your team has the mentality to switch and go goats into that and go 3-3. So to say that, you know, in their minds, there's no way this person's turbo will be as good as their flex. When they say good, they mean effort. You're going to keep like emphasizing rank and skill, but those things aren't important to the argument at all. It's the lack of effort that one tricks bring to the table by choosing every day to wake up and not put in that effort that brings the problem, right? So I see what you're saying, but it's not relevant at all, and it doesn't change the fact that you as a one trick are not putting as much you are choosing not to put maximum effort into the game. And I think that needs to stay out of the ranked environment. But okay, let's do another thought experiment. Even if you wanted to ban one tricks, is it possible? Yes. Yes, if you play the competitive game mode in ranked, and you have over 8 hours in the game, and it's only been on and 90% of it has been on a single character, then there should be a temporary suspension from ranked, scaling up from maybe like 1 day to a week to the duration of the season until you change the bad behavior that hurts your teammates. Now, what about 2 tricks, 3 tricks, people who flex the characters you don't like? Where do we draw the line? Bringing up banning one tricks at the point of the game at this point in the game's life is a joke. There are so many problems in the game that you could complain about that actually matter, and yet here we go again with the same old song and dance. No, it's not the same old song and dance. This has been a problem for a long time. You draw the line where somebody only wants to play one character for 90% of the time. And you know what? If they're only going to do that one character, then bar them from ranked. If they're doing 2, that's better. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. I understand. It's not optimal, but at least there is something that you can do differently. At least there is something you can do differently. And what I would say to that is, I think that Overwatch needs to add unlimited and permanent avoid slots. So if good players, and when I say by good players, I don't mean mechanically gifted and talented, I mean players of any skill rank that come into this game and say, I'm going to work with my team. I'm going to do my best to win. I'm going to talk about counterpicking. I'm going to communicate with my team. That is a good Overwatch player. Rank does not matter for you to be a good Overwatch player, right? So I would say that, you know, if good players can avoid these players, ideally in their games at all, because it's not fun. The game's not, that's not competitive. You get fun and competitive from the competitive aspect being enjoyable, not from casually playing the game. That's how it should be, because it's a competitive ranked game mode, okay? So that's my answer to that. That's how you fix it right there. If they have, you know, 6 or something hours in the season, it's only on one character. After 6 hours, the system checks it. If it's only one character, they get suspended for a day. Then if they don't start getting time on other characters and actually working with their team, then it scales, like I said before. And we're going to go down. And I will gladly elaborate on any of these points if you want. I just want to make sure that this is very, very clear. I don't think you're a bad person. I wish you the best of luck in life. I don't want you to try and respond to my argument by deflecting by saying what I said is toxic. I'm apologizing to you for saying that you're an asshole of a teammate. I believe it's objectively accurate, but as somebody from Blizzard talked to me about, they said, you know, it's not going to get Blizzard to change their side if you say things like that. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I think, you know, we should condone bad behavior, but just for the sake of this argument, because my objective here is not to put you down, it's to change your behavior and change the behavior of the community in Blizzard. Because at the end of the day, I want to be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. And if I sit here and scream at all this stuff without actually providing a solution, then I am a part of the problem. So I'm going to give you my solutions. I'm going to go over my argument to where there's honestly no disputing this argument. What ultimately this conversation will come down to is, do you have the right to play whatever you want, even though it's a lack of effort and ranked? And I believe the answer is no. So let's keep going down. But I do apologize, and I do appreciate you making the effort to respond. I respect that. I respect you as a creator, and I want to make that very clear. But next part, okay? And you said, let's go over the facts. This game still lacks a role queue, a scoreboard, and solo duo queue only queues. Ubiquitous, is that the right word? Public profiles, and a matchmaker that doesn't put players within 300 plus SR difference in the game. I agree, those are all problems in the game, and they should be improved upon, but that has nothing to do with you choosing every single day to only play one character and put your team at a disadvantage. That's not relevant. Even casual content-wise, the community is getting the short end of the stick. Junkenstein, yeah, I agree. Still haven't changed modes. Rather than blaming the player for the things that they do, you could blame the game for making it hard to people have fun. No, the game is not making you pick one hero 95% of the time for 13 seasons straight. Blizzard is not forcing you to pick Torbjorn every single game. That is your choice. You are deflecting from the truth. You're running away from the fact that you, by choice, every single day are ruining people's experience because you outright refuse to communicate with your team, make counter picks, make the effort to play Overwatch how it's meant to be played. Blizzard is not doing that. And while I agree, Blizzard has a ton of stuff they need to improve on. They need to step up to the plate, and they have not been. And it's frustrating the community. But do not, and this is very frustrating to me, do not deflect the blame from anyone but yourself for why people are calling you out. This is your choice, no one else's. You are accountable for your own actions in life. Okay? I'm not trying to give you a hard time. That is not my goal. That is the truth. You are accountable for your actions in life, and you must be held accountable for your actions in life. And that is what we were taught as kids. Okay, there is nothing like that. So let's just throw that out the door right now. This paragraph right here is just fluff, and it means absolutely nothing to the argument. This is you deflecting away from your bad behavior to try and get people off your back. Your behavior is bad. Blizzard is not making you do that. Just because, okay, it's a free country. I can go out and kill someone right now. I would go to jail for it, obviously. But it's a free country. I can't blame the United States for having free streets for my bad behavior. No, I would be accountable for that. So that's just a non-factor. Though you actually mentioned something that caught my attention. You cannot one-trick in OWL. Newsflash, competitive modes in this game are not OWL. They are not meant to be OWL. What? That's not true at all. I would say the ideal Overwatch ranked game mode, if Blizzard is not striving for their ranked game mode to be as competitive as Overwatch League in terms of the basic foundation of the game, then they need to have a serious look as to who they have in charge. What do you mean? Overwatch League is the perfect example of what Overwatch needs to be. You are literally saying that ranked as a game is not meant to be as competitive as Overwatch League. Greetings. Overwatch League is the perfect example. So you're just objectively wrong again. Overwatch ranked ideally should be played the same way Overwatch League is played because Overwatch League players are the best players in the world. That's like saying basketball is not meant to be played competitively. That's like saying college basketball is not meant to be played at the same level as the NBA. That people should go around just dribbling with their right hands and, doing it Globetrotter style. No. Overwatch ranked should strive to be as good as Overwatch League. Greetings. Overwatch League is the gold standard of the game. So if Blizzard is aiming for ranked to not be at the same standard as Overwatch League, then what are they even, who do they have hired that's running this? Is my question. They need to change that mentality immediately if that's true. So this is just wrong. Overwatch League is the gold standard of the game. If you want to play Overwatch casually, then you can play quick play. And you know what, here's what I think Blizzard should do. If you want to talk about, Overwatch being played casually. I think there needs to be a mode of quick play with the competitive rule set. So then if you want to play whatever you want, you can. Because I would agree, I think it's unfair to push players out to have them play one hero or whatever they want in a mode like quick play. Quick play's a joke. Like it's bad and it needs to get fixed. So I think maybe you'd be more okay with this. And here's another part of my solution. I want to be part of the solution of the problem is that I think if there's a quick play mode with a competitive rule set, you can still make the content that you like for your community because I still respect you as a creator and I think you do contribute to the community. I just think that your behavior sucks for ranked. And if there's a better place for you to do it, that would be fine. But right now there's not. And that's where the problem lies. So that's where you can blame Blizzard. But you can't blame Blizzard for your own actions and your choices. You can blame Blizzard for saying, hey, there's not a good place for us to do this. Because really the only place to learn new characters is ranked right now because quick play is a joke. So they should make a new mode like quick ranked or something with the quick play, no MMR, quick play MMR, and the rule set of competitive. I think that would be a good solution. I think you would agree with me. They are meant for you to gauge your personal performance and whether it's in whatever it is you personally want to achieve against other players or of a similar arbitrary ranking of by playing Overwatch. If you truly want the perfect gaming experience, go scrim, find friends, duo, LFG system, or hell, be a part of Blizzard's path to pro. That's not true at all. That's an absolute cop-out right there. Ranked should always strive to be the best. Overwatch should always strive to be the best game it possibly could be. That if that was a business model, like this would get someone fired right away. Because you should, like, what are you saying? That Blizzard, one of the best game studios in the world, arguably the best game studio in the world. I think Blizzard is the best. No one makes a better looking game. No one can do it better than Blizzard, guys. I respect the hell out of them for that. They do an amazing job. But you can't tell me that Blizzard should not strive for Overwatch to be the most competitive game of all time. That's a cop-out. This game, competitive Overwatch, is meant to be competitive Overwatch. That's what it's called. That's what it is. So to say that, oh, you know, you should just not play the public ranked mode if you want the competitive game to be competitive. What? What? That doesn't make sense. That's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be competitive. And I think what you would benefit from is, like I said, a quick rank mode with the competitive rule set and quick play. But to say that competitive shouldn't be competitive is ridiculous. That's what it is. That's like saying I shouldn't be human. I am human. We're all human. Like that doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't know. This game has players with many different goals. You may want to reach out one day, but that's not my goal. I just want to play Torbjorn. Get better at him, sometimes get better. Okay, you know what? If you want to just play Torbjorn, that's fine. I don't have a problem with you playing Torbjorn. I don't have a problem with anybody wanting to play whatever hero they want. I mean, I think some are more effective than others, and I have personal preferences, but when you're looking at the general situation and a general objective overview where my personal opinions, you know, aren't as important, right? Objectively, if you just want to play Torbjorn and nothing else, then do it in quick play. You shouldn't do that in ranked. It hurts your team. It hurts the community, and it's bad behavior. Okay? So I don't have a problem with this. You seem to think I have a problem with your skill or your Torbjorn. I don't have a problem with that. I think you're a good Torbjorn player. My problem is with your lack of effort because you only want to play Torbjorn in a game that relies on counterpicking. And because you choose to not counterpick in a game where counterpicking is extremely important, one of the biggest factors, if not the most important, general thing of the game. If you refuse to do that and the other team has players who are willing to do that, your team is at a default disadvantage because of your choices, which by definition is griefing. A griefer is somebody who chooses to make the game harder intentionally. They are making a choice, and whatever that choice is, it is negatively affecting their team and making the game harder for their team to play. If your team is unable to counterpick, if one of the team's players is unable to counterpick, your team is really only as good as the weakest link. And anyone in Tier 3, Tier 2, Tier 1 would understand that. Okay? So, I don't know. Just to say that, you know, I would say that that's griefing. Because their team has an advantage over your team because you refuse to try to make a change. Now, you don't always have to make a change, but generally looking at the game, sometimes Torbjorn works, sometimes it doesn't. But there are instances, every single game, that your team might benefit from you communicating or being willing to make the effort in the first place. But since you are choosing to never make that effort, it puts your team at that disadvantage. They're locked into a comp and they can never change, okay? Or you will never change. That's griefing because you are putting your team at a disadvantage to the other team by your own personal choice. And I don't think that has a place in ranked. Okay, I used to play tanks. I used to play tanks and flex, but it was one of the worst experiences I ever had. I don't have to be told, hey, play Ryan every game because I decided to be nice, and now I'm forced to main tank role. But I mean, I do that, and sometimes it can be frustrating. But I just enjoy playing this game competitively. I'm forced to main tank a role that I don't want to set up by playing my preferred DPS. Because of this, I never request my team to play around me. You should play characters that you're good with and then play extensively. I can agree with that, but sometimes, you know, you have to change. Even if it makes the team 5 DPS. No, that's ridiculous. That's insane. That's like saying let's play chess with 5 pawns. Let's play basketball with 1 leg. Let's run a track meet with 1 shoe. That's stupid. If you flex in this game, you get shafted. No, that's not true at all. I win games because I flex. I win games on Reinhardt. If that, like, for example, my video today is going to be me on Reinhardt. I learned every hero in the game so I can always work around my team and be a good teammate. And here's the classic. Here's the classic deflection, right? He's made 0 points all the time. You're not protecting the integrity of the game. You're just being toxic. I'm not being toxic at all. You know what? And let's say for argument's sake, what some people might be upset when I said you were an asshole of a teammate. I apologize. I don't think he was wrong because I think your behavior, I think you should treat others how you should be treated in life. You have treated people and other players in the community terribly for 13 seasons. You have played whatever you want, regardless of what your team needs, and you have ruined thousands of players' experiences because you never want to change. You, by your choice, have intentionally ruined thousands of players' experience. That was your choice to one-trick Torbjorn. No one else's. Not Blizzard's, not yours. You are accountable for that. Okay? I'm sure you're a nice guy. I do not enjoy doing this, but it's my responsibility as someone of the community who cares about the integrity of this game to get it back to what it once was. Okay? I'm not gonna sit here and condone your behavior and continue to work around you. No way. No way. I wish you the best of luck in life. I respect you as a content creator, but it is not toxic for me to say that you were an ass of a teammate when you intentionally choose to ruin thousands, tens of thousands maybe, of players' experience in Overwatch because you don't want to embrace the true way of ranked. You never counterpick. Every single game that someone else, that you have 5 players on your team, you are putting your team at a disadvantage just by never being willing to swap. And that's pathetic, man. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. That's bad behavior. And I was taught as a kid, and many other kids were taught, treat others how you want to be treated. It is no wonder that people are angry towards you. That does not make them toxic, okay? Obviously, there are bad apples everywhere, and there are some people in every aspect of life that go too far. But I'll tell you this right now, okay? If you want to be treated with kindness and respect, you need to treat others the same way you want to be treated, and you treat others like crap. There is no workaround to that, okay? You treat other players who want to play this game competitively the right way, you treat them like crap, man. And that is just me being honest with you because I care about this community. I care about you as a creator. I'm going to tell you the truth because I think you deserve to hear it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That is the truth. If you want people, you know what, let me give you an example. Steve-O and I used to not get along at all, okay? And we weren't mean about it, but I didn't like him as a teammate. And he didn't like me as a teammate. He only wanted to play Symmetra. Symmetra was a trash hero for a long time, okay? She was bad. The past 2 or 3 seasons, Steve-O and my relationship has completely changed. And the main reason for that is because he talks in ranked. He tries his best in ranked. He works with a team to win in ranked. He has changed a ton, and I respect the heck out of that. I respect Steve-O. Okay? I think of the past 8 or 9 games I play with him, most of them being 2CP, of course, lol. We have capped with 7 minutes and 15 seconds long. We have rolled people because you know why? What he does that you don't? When you guys used to be in the same boat, he makes the effort. He talks. He switches to Brig. He tries other heroes if it's not working. I love having Steve-O on my team because I think he's a good player and I respect the effort. It's not about the skill, it's about the effort. And you choose every single day to not put it in. And that's what's wrong with the community. That's what this community needs to stop.
I need healing.
Okay?
Sadly, I am a person who won Trick Torbjorn on the Smurf account and climbed to such a rank, but the amount of hatred that was brought along was terrible. All of which could have been avoided if I did what I usually do.
It's not about your skill, Fuey. Skill is a non-factor in this argument. Skill is not important, it's about the effort. This is true for all ranks. Just because you're good at one hero doesn't mean you should play that hero 100% of the time. Okay? Embrace the competitive integrity of the game. This is how the game is meant to be played. No ifs, ands, or buts. You cannot say that counterpicking is not important in Overwatch. It absolutely is. So Blizzard, as somebody from Blizzard sees this, I hope this helps you guys make a decision and make a change about one-tricking that helps everyone. If people only want to play one character no matter what, give them a better place than quick play to play that character. Make everyone, I think that's the best solution possible. Make a quick ranked mode. Bar this from ranked. It does not belong in game. It does not belong in the game. It does not belong in ranked Overwatch. As for Fuey, I don't think he made any points here that are actually relevant to my argument. I think I debunked every single one. I am absolutely protecting the integrity of the game, and just because you don't like the truth doesn't make it toxic. Your behavior is bad. You should change it. You should work with the community, and if you actively make an effort to say and tweet out or something like that and say, I don't like what I've been doing, I want to change and I want people to help. I want to make a genuine effort. That genuine effort will be acknowledged. The community is not out to get you. They're not all toxic jerks. It's your behavior that's bad and it's making people frustrated. That is the problem. Because everyone else in the community gets along fine. You're not a special case. It's your behavior that causes people to dislike you, okay? If you change that and make a genuine effort, everyone will respect it. That's all I gotta say. That's it for one tricking. It's just the truth. Blizzard, I hope you see this, and maybe it might help change your opinion on one-tricking, and maybe give you some solutions. I don't want to complain and not give a solution. I hope this helped. Thank you guys for watching. Wish you the best in luck in life, Fuey. I'm out. Group up? Why do you play with randoms? Yeah, let me just get a group real quick. Wait, did I queue? Okay. Tell they have Tugget and Fuey. Yeah. Like, listen, we need. Let's run. Go. Can you? Shit, I don't want to push you on Orisa.
Oh, I'll play Orisa.
We literally just like actually go Bastion. Soldiers good too actually, but we go top left and we're just gonna at them.
Alright.
I think D.Va's probably better.
Wait, you guys want Hanzo or Soldier?
Whichever you want to play.
Okay, let me tank the hook then.
Hanzo, I don't know. It's up to you. Sorry, we just literally go top left. Go top left.
Alright.
They're gonna have an Orisa comp, and we're just gonna out damage the shields. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Huge.
Hog one.
Oh, my mouse, holy shit.
They're dropping.
Hog
Put
one.
it on, nice. They're gonna rest,
Huge. I'm gonna.
Got a point.
Yo, hog bottom.
Pulling.
Hog on the right.
And heals him.
No heal. Hog no bait.
Shielding payload.
I got hooked.
Hug one. That's
We literally just win this game.
Nice.
Clap
Alright,
him.
I was
Cancer,
actually
this is
literally
like-
just watching that clip while the game was.
So somebody's on cart. Soldier starts. Yeah, he's above.
Who's on third?
He was that stagger him.
He's one.
Oh, we got him.
Nice.
Nice, D.Va. Literally, you just got a body block the whole time.
Mercy one.
Get the rest. Nice.
Good.
Enemy.
We don't
Nano your soldier, please God.
need.
Fucking Nano, holy goddamn.
And press Q, please.
I'm gonna use my ult.
I get on the cart. Kill hog on cart.
Hog. No heal.
One.
On a one.
Nice.
I beat.
I mean, you might need to use ults. No, you're okay.
No!
Just go,
Oh,
Steve.
God, it was just tanks.
You guys win this, right?
I'm 1
Nice.
HP.
Or Anna's the weak point.
There's a Mercy behind.
Just leave.
I leave her. We can
Stagger.
stagger her.
Heals him? Yeah.
So you're stalking her, Hanzo.
I'm gonna kill her now.
And that's why you leave Fuey500 on the fucking avoid list, chat. Right there. That is why, right there. You never take these people off. You never take them off. Hog close left. The Rye's gonna try and charge me off. You just body block me, Sam, okay?
Yeah, I'll move him. Where's Ryan?
Body blocking. He's one.
He's shattering. He's going for me. He's still shattering me. Nice.
Nice. Huge.
Took turret one. Dead. Come point.
Give me one,
Hold
give
this
me
point.
everyone.
Hold this point.
Hog's half.
Hug one. Hug dead. Oh, no, it's one. Okay.
Yeah, they're wasting
F bongo.
Feel me?
Nice.
Payload's
Get
pushing me.
fucked, idiot. Get fucked, idiot.
Oh
Kill
no.
his ass. Oh no.
Speed boost out.
Oh, he won. One.
He's one. He's actually one. Nice. Y'all win.
Gun mech. Big.
Use my ult.
Yeah. Ryan's one.
I have bongo soon. I'm coming with bongo.
Actually won. Nice move.
Woo! Good shit, boys. Wow, it's like if you one-trick a hero, you actually might cost your team the game. What? It's like their team is at a disadvantage because we know the exact comp to play into them no matter what to win the game. Wow.
I one-trick a hero.
Yeah, okay, buddy. Wow. Who would have thought? Sam, did you know that if you one-trick a hero, you might put your team at a disadvantage?
Nah,
Because
dude,
we know
fucking
exactly
you.
what comps to run into them. You should play Zen instead of Lucio for more shield break. We just do the same thing. Did you guys know that? That if you one-trick heroes, we know what comp to run into to beat you and counter your comp? But no, they're not putting their team at a disadvantage. I just want to make sure you guys understand that. That, you know, these two players are not putting their teammates at a disadvantage for only playing Hog and Torbjorn no matter what the situation. No, they're not. They're still playing the game and they're still trying. They are not hurting their team. No, I think right here, I like right here. I like right here instead. Let's see right here, because then I can shoot the longer LOSs.
If you
Aren't
go up
they
the right,
buffing Bastion to the point
You
where
go up the
it's
top
like,
right
the longer
stairs,
he shoots, the tighter the spread.
yo.
Yeah, I'll just defense matrix the Bastion when the shield's down.
Their team's not a disadvantage.
Mercy half.
They're playing fine. They're playing the game.
He,
You got a
Discord.
Torb?
There's a Ryan underneath. Ryan 1
Ryan
HP.
actually won. Unity half.
Hog's flanking. Now we rotate. Now we rotate this way, okay?
Huge.
I'm placing shield like this.
No, put it. Yeah. Right here's good.
Torb one. Hog.
Pulling.
Like,
Hog?
Torb one.
Can we come a little bit more to the right, like right over here? Right here, Ursa, right here.
Wait, one sec. Hog one.
I'm sleeping.
Get you one.
Oh, Ursa dropped.
I'm gonna drop down with you.
Okay, just drop. Just watch this. Drop.
Ryan no shield.
Run one. Nice.
Yeah, get fucked, idiot. Yeah.
On the left side.
Ana's one. Nice.
Did their hog die?
Yeah, he died.
Okay, we get right back up to where we started.
Because he died and Torb died, I'm like, okay, just...
Yeah.
Dude, it's like Torb and Hog aren't good against our team composition, but they're refusing to switch. I don't understand. It's like it's not competitive for them to only play those characters no matter what, and it's hurting their team.
Even
Come here, Ursa, come here.
I think they're the
both
victims
here.
here. I think they're the victims here.
Can y'all believe that? It's like these one tricks are hurting the game.
Yo, net advisor.
Never would have guessed.
On an enemy.
Pull their kill.
Here's Animac, you got this. Hog's flanking. Don't get a tick. The Hog's flanking me right now. Get ready. Wow, guys.
I think it's going a long way.
Oh, what the fuck is a hog?
Wait, there's a Hog behind? Oh shoot.
Yeah, we know. We called it.
My bad.
I'm gonna get hooked.
He's one.
He's got him.
Yeah, get him.
Okay, he wasted whole hog.
Did he actually use whole Hog?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Chat, can you believe it? These one tricks are hurting their team. Never would have guessed.
Okay.
Good try, get you.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Okay. What the?
There's a hog behind you, Diva.
Oh shoot!
Let's see Discord. Okay, hog Discord.
Yeah, I'll stuck him main.
Hog's three.
Nice.
Yo, I'm dropping a shield from downtown, baby. Oh, fuck.
Diva one. Nice.
Pulling me. Oh, the full kill him.
Get them all, boys. Punish these one tricks. Don't let them play the game.
Oh, sad.
Kill him again. Yeah, nice.
What's up, bitch? What's up?
Yes, keep one tricking Torb, Fuey.
Hog under. Oh, I'm dead.
No.
Ladies and bitches.
Oh, this is bad. We might lose this now. They have nades, though.
We have train.
Diva, eat the nade.
I'm saving you.
Okay.
They just trans aggressively here.
Coming with Bongo. Can you drop main art side?
Hog one.
Mercy on me. Mercy lower. Mercy one.
Diva one.
Mercy one. Torb Discord. Torb one. Diva lower. Mercy dead.
Easy clap, dude. Who would have guessed that the hog one trick and the Torb one trick made it impossible for them to win? Wow, it's like you can counter their heroes, and counterplay exists. Can you believe that? Wow. But there's no proof that one tricks throw games at Grief Games. There's no proof.
Nah,
you can't prove that they were hurting their team.
You're just a salty pub thumper.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just toxic for saying one trick shouldn't be able to play the game. But, you know, because they purchased the game. They can play whatever they want.
Yeah,
It's okay. They're definitely not hurting the ranked environment. You know? Who would have guessed that a smart team would pick heroes that counter their comp and roll them the entire game because they refuse to switch?
The only way they win games is when we get one trick.
Yeah, no. I mean, they play here people that, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, it's unreal. GG, man. Thanks for playing.